So, what's up? What's up? We are going to talk about emotional conviction, emotional moments like when you really got to be true up front with yourself. So, there is a YouTuber that's still making waves, making their rounds, and I noticed that their latest video consisted of if you want to be the next Tyler Perry, you can do that. It's like emotionally, some people are connecting with what is being fed to you. Well, I'm going to be the one to tell you that's not always the case. Tyler Perry, sometimes God gives us our own vision, our own dreams, our own intuition. Like when that seed is planted in us for what we are to do, our purpose-driven life and what's to come. Our vision is not always to jump on the bandwagon of what somebody else is doing. And then sometimes we wonder, how come I wasn't chosen for presidency? How come I wasn't chosen to be the next Tyler Perry? I followed the blueprint. I started doing plays. I tried to be in a Tyler Perry movie. I tried to eat at the table of his. I tried to audition for a movie. Don't you know sometimes the agent that you're with is not even the one that's even chosen to even get the auditions that's filtered through to be on a Tyler Perry production? Let alone you have children that are coming up to think, I'm going to be the next, what's one of the latest football player names in the league? One of the latest popular football player. We can go from college or current NFL player. What is a popular name? Can we leave a name in the comments?
J.J. McCarthy.
Okay, J.J. McCarthy. Who does J.J. McCarthy play for?
Played for the University of Michigan quarterback.
Okay.
Broke a lot of records up there in Michigan. And now he's in the NFL with the Minnesota Vikings. Mm-hmm. And he's had a surgery, so he's not playing right now. He's not starting out.
But that is one of the hottest names that did break through for.
Well, they won the national championship last year, so I would say he should be, if not. But I guess you got the prime time too. His son.
Oh, Shedeur.
Shedeur.
I know he has another son as well. But what if you're not chosen to be the next Shedeur or J.J. McCarthy or whoever else is NFL or NBA? Like, do you put in your child, you can be anything. If you want to be the next president, if you want to be the next NFL player, if you want to be the next greatest T.D. Jakes, if you want to be that pastor, if you want to be the next motivational speaker, does it go like that? Like,
it's not going to happen for everybody. You can always give somebody encouragement and say, hey, you can be what you want to be. You can be this, you can be a star, you can be this and that and the other. But that's not going to happen for everybody. Some people can't do it, point blank. I don't care how much they try. But that's just an encouragement thing, but that doesn't always happen for everybody. And it's not going to happen for everybody.
Do you believe that God gives each one of us gifts? Each one of us talents, but sometimes we can move them out of way to think we're supposed to have what that next person has.
Sometimes, yes, but sometimes you can't move a mountain. It's impossible, so to speak. So, anytime these people get geeked up to continue and you give them that encouragement, of course, they want to believe that, but they don't tell the other side of the story. And the other side of the story, it don't happen for everybody.
Now, of course, this applies to adults, very much so, because you have adults that are like, oh, I wish I could drive a car like that. I wonder how they got that car. I wish I could live in a house like that. I wonder how they got that house. I wish I could wear clothes with that brand. I wonder how they got. Do you call that jealousy, being envious? What about what God has blessed you with, to have a roof over your head? What about what has God blessed you with, to be able to clothe yourself, be able to clothe your children, to have a job? What do we call that? Is there a label for that?
Because sometimes it doesn't go like that. It's not about, it's what it is about who knows somebody.
A lot of times. Yes.
A lot of times.
But what about just being thankful for what you do have? Because not everybody is going to be willing to say, okay, yes, I'll be willing to rub shoulders with that person, elbows. I'll be willing to sacrifice. I'll be willing to say, okay, I'll be willing to look the other way. What about the people that chose to go through the other door and say, I will not bow down to false gods, to worship things that I know I am not supposed to be a part of? What about the ones who just simply said, no, here I am, here I stand. This is what I believe in. This is what I am going to abide by. I'm not going to hand over my mind, my body, my soul just to be able to fit in, to drive this car, live in this neighborhood, for my kids to go to this school. What about those people?
Sometimes people are happy just being who they are, or happy because of what they have. They don't need $1 million. They don't need $1 billion. They don't care about stuff like that. If you can be comfortable, they're happy. And to me, those are the most richest people in the world.
Live in your truth. Be who you are. Be who God has designed you to be. Because see, that's just it, y'all. When we start coloring outside of the boundaries, when we already know who we are and whose we are, that's when things start to be untangled. Listen to that inside voice when it's saying no. Listen to that inside voice when it's saying yes. We all have the spirit of intuition. We know right from wrong. And I understand sometimes when we do get off track, don't think for 1 minute that you are still not God's chosen people. God has a way of wheeling us back in and putting us back in the moment of showing us his will, his truth, his light. So keep going. Don't ever give up. Don't get confused by what you're listening to, because some of these YouTubers you have to rebuke. You cannot sit there and be a vessel to any and everybody. You were called. You were called under his name. I understand. It feels good to have the motivation. It feels good to hear you can do it. You can become this. You can become that. But you got to be real with yourself. What has God personally placed in your heart? We are all not the same. Some of us just happen to be favored. Some of us just happen to be chosen.
It's just like some people don't want certain things, and they are happy about it, because it's just like a person, you go up to a person one day and say, hey, you want to be foreman of this, you want to be a foreman in our business? Mm-hmm. And the guy says, no, I don't. I just want to be the everyday worker. Because he doesn't want all that stress on himself. A lot of people don't want that responsibility on themselves. They're just happy being who they are. Everybody can't be the big shot. Everybody can't be the millionaire. Everybody can't be the sports guy with the most money or and stuff like that. It's just that some people can settle for what they have, and they're very, very happy at doing it.
Be thankful. Be thankful. Continue to have Thanksgiving in your heart. Be a person of positivity. Have something of value to pass down. Because when everything is all said and done, you can't take it with you.
Yeah. You got to be happy with what you have and be thankful that God has given you the days that he's given you. Because everybody, you can't do anything if you're not here.
Our days are numbered, and we know who holds the key. I remember the song, if anybody asks you who I am, just tell them I am a child of God. You see, my father up above is rich with houses and land. He holds the key of the world in his hands, rubies and diamonds, silver and gold. But tell them I am a child of God. Amen.
Amen.